what is the annual gift tax exclusion, and how is it different from the lifetime gift tax exception or exemption?
All right, so we do have a visual on this. So we got this earlier. So you can give $16,000 per year per person to. So, for example, if my wife and I wanted to give my child and their spouse money, we could actually give away quite a bit because I could give 16,000 to my child, 16,000 to that child's spouse. So that's 32,000.
Yep.
My wife could do the same thing, and that's 64,000. So technically, we can give that couple $64,000 without affecting our lifetime exemption. So right now, lifetime exemption is 12.06 million. It's not a round number just because it keeps going up with inflation. And a lot of people have a living trust, which actually allows them to potentially double that.
Yep.
And so then if I have a living trust, I could do 24 million. And what that exemption does is it just means that I can pass that money to my beneficiaries without estate taxes, right? If I give away more than 16,000 per person, let's say I've got a child who needs $100,000 to get something done, on their house. I can give them that 100,000, but I'm only allowed to give them 16,000.
Yep.
So the other 84,000 is going to reduce my gift tax exemption from 12.06 million down to 84,000.
Yeah. And one thing to be
Down by 84,000. Sorry.
yeah. And one thing to be aware of is that in 2026, with current laws, is the exemption will be going down to 6.03 million, which will be adjusted for inflation from now until then, but it'll go down. The IRS has basically said they will not claw back if you go above that. So if I say I gave my family $10 million, and then the exemption goes back to $6 million, the IRS says that's fine. What you did with these current laws is okay. We won't tax that, and we won't use it against you. But anything above that in the future, we will tax.
Yeah, so this is it's an interesting area because people get really twisted up on this in total. It depends on how much money you have as to whether it really matters that much, right? I mean, if you don't have a lot of money and you want to give 50 or 60,000 to somebody, and it comes off of your lifetime exemption and you never expect to have that much anyway. I mean, even if it drops to 6 million and I have $1 million and I give away 50,000 instead of 16,000, so what is that, an extra $34,000, right? That comes off my exemption. Now I'm down to a little bit less than 6 million, but I have only $1 million. So, but you do have to be a little bit careful because two things can happen. Number one, you could have a windfall. You could have things really grow and you could live a lot longer than you think. The taxes are quite high above that to your estate, or they could change the rules and make it a lot less of an exemption. It used to be $1 million. So who knows what they might do going forward. The government is running a deficit, so there's always this possibility that they take a look at estates as a possible place to get revenue. And so you do want to probably stick as much as possible. So for example, if I was going to give away, 50,000, maybe I'd give 16,000 right this year, put the other 34,000 in a note, and then just continue to give 16,000 until I wipe out that note for that person. That would not affect my gift tax exclusion. So, exemption, the lifetime one, right?
Yeah,
So,
there's a lot of tax planning things or estate planning things you can do for estate tax, and if you have kind of like a custom question for your situation, it'd be great to schedule a little call for it, and
Yeah.
then we can go over that. And so it's especially true for couples because these are individual limits, so you can transfer unused stuff from unused exemptions from one spouse to another, and so you can get up to that 12 million even after it drops back down and still be okay.
yeah, exactly. But it's a good question. It comes up quite often. It's something that, we end up kind of covering on a regular basis as far as that goes, because we've got, our clients are older and they're looking to, trying to help their kids and their grandkids in different areas. So it's good thing to know about.